guys to be able to formally introduce yourselves, tell the audience about who you are, where you're from, what you do, so that they can kind of get more of a background feel about, you know, what to expect from the summit from you guys. So I have 3 questions. We're going to go around in a little circle. I'm just going to randomly pick names, and you guys spend about 2 to 3 minutes each on each question. So being that we got disconnected earlier and had some technical difficulties, Jalissa, we're gonna go back to you, girl.
I was hoping we
her. Back to Jalissa. So Jalissa, the first question is to introduce yourself, describe who you are, your platform, or your expertise. So I'll let you do that first.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Jalissa, she, her pronouns. I'm an HR consultant. I'm the CEO and founder of Legacy HR Consulting Agency. We're an HR consulting agency that is passionate about creating workplaces where people feel supported, and doing that by providing human-centered policies and processes. I have been in business on my own for 2 years. Started out as just me, literally didn't intend to do this, just continued to follow my gut and left my job during COVID. Who does that? I don't know, me. I'm usually like plan A, plan B, plan C. And I was like, you know what, universe, let me go ahead and consider leaving. And universe was like, bet. And the next day, literally the next day, our CFO was like, hey, we're asking for voluntary layoffs. And I was like, all right. You know, universe, I hear you. I said I was ready to go. I don't have a plan yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. And I knew one thing for sure is, as cheesy as it sounds, I wanted to make this world a better place, utilizing my skill set, which is creating workplaces where people feel supported. Again, didn't know what that meant. Started doing a lot of like HR consulting with freelancing. Started to get more and more projects. Started to grow and work very hard, too hard, 24/7 as you start to grow and scale, and then just started to add members to my team. And 2 years later, we're a team of 8. So yeah.
Okay, so just hopping into the next question, how will you tailor your presentation to fit the audience?
I think so that people will get a lot of different nuggets based on where they're coming from and what their experiences are. So when I started my agency, when I started working, I knew I didn't want to work 24/7. I wanted freedom and work-life balance. And in order to do that, I knew I would have to get a team. And so I was very intentional in every decision that I made, whether it was from the systems that I use, from the culture I wanted to foster. And I started doing that in the very beginning, how I hired, how I made sure I hired the right person, things like that. And so I think people will get a little bit of everything, and I think people will not realize how important HR really is. As I mentioned earlier, creating workplaces where people feel supported is very important to me because I've come from very toxic workplaces, and especially as a woman of color, that definitely hindered my mental health. And so that's why I'm especially passionate about this.
Oh, wow. That's dope. That's dope. Any of you guys have any questions from Jalissa's intro so far? Any feedback?
That is just amazing. I'm loving her passion behind what she does and just hearing her testimony. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
I love your energy. Your energy is great.
Thank you all. I also think like when we're starting our business, yeah, I did it too. It's like, I need to make money. I need to pay these bills, right? And so I'm so focused, you're so focused on that. And then when you start to grow and scale, it's almost like you have to start from square one. And there are things that you can start doing from the very beginning so it doesn't become as difficult. And you create this beautiful culture and team of people that are going to rock with you, right? And grow with you as you grow. So, yeah.
I told you guys she was dope. I told you guys she was really dope.
Aw.
Last question, Jalissa. What is the audience going to take away from your presentation?
Everything. Learning from my mistakes, what not to do, things that they can start thinking about now. I mentioned earlier systems, hiring, like what first thing they even do, how can they hire? When is it time to hire? Why would you hire someone? So we'll take a little bit on everything.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Alyssa. And again, thank you so
Absolutely.
much for being a part of the summit.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be presenting alongside this powerhouse group. And I'm so excited to meet everyone.
Thank you, thank you. So let's jump into the next lady. Let's go up top to the cactus lady, Jessica. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Hey.
So this is our diva, our singing bird, Jessica Butler. Jessica, we want you to introduce yourself, describe your platform and your expertise.
Okay, well, my name is Jessica Butler. I'm leader in my company, going for vice president, regional vice president. Okay, our mission is to help families become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. We really want, especially I'm passionate about my people in my age, building the foundation, learning about strategies that can get them wealthy so we can become millionaires at a young age and retire young as well. So
Thank you so much, Jessica, for coming on and being a part. Jessica was a part of the summit last year, you guys, and she was very, very motivational and very inspirational and encouraging last time. She did a different spiel, but also she'd also talked about generational wealth and things of that nature, but she was very encouraging and motivational during her segment. During these next couple of days, I may play some of those segments back so you guys can check those out, but she was really dope. She was really, really good. Kiana and Unica was also part of that as well. Next question, Jessica. How will you tailor your presentation to fit the audience?
we're going to give them some financial concepts that I feel like people don't receive it well, or they're not understanding it properly. So I want to change their perspective on what they see and what it can be used for, and how you can build from that, so you can build a foundation and you can leave legacy.
And the last question, Jessica, what is the audience going to take away from your presentation?
Our people fail to plan, and when you do that, you plan. So I want
definitely. Does anyone have any questions or feedback from Jessica's intro in reference to her segment? No questions? You just ready to learn about financial? Well, Khadijah said she needed the help last week. She said she was ready. She said she
spiritual stuff too, because I go there. I take it there.
And I think you and Khadijah will definitely connect on that level, because she is as well. So you guys will definitely be able to connect on that level. Yep. So again, thank you so much, Jessica, for being a part. Second time around, I'm very, very appreciative of you. You relocated and you're still being a part of this for me and for us. So again, thank you so much. Again, thank you. Let's see, let's jump into the next lady. Let's go down to the bottom of the screen. Let's go to Miss Nobody's Business. Our girl, Unica. Hey, Unica. You guys, Unica, she's also a co-host for this summit. Unica, she's very instrumental in having this, because actually I was not even going to put any effort into doing the summit this time around, because last year it was a lot of work for us. Kiana, tell you, we met a lot, and Unica, she did a lot. She actually hosted the event for us the last time around. She kind of encouraged me and pushed me. It's like, hey sis, what's going on? Are you going to have meetings? Are we going to plan? And that's why we are where we are now with this meet and greet, because of Unica continuously pushing me and motivating me to do it a second time around. And with that being said, I would like for you to introduce yourself, Unica, who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Peace, y'all. I'm Unica. My business is Less Nobody's Business. I go by the name Sunshine Monet. What I do is I do energy awareness coaching, as well as I'm a spiritual problem solver. So in more detail, what I do is I get in tune with your cosmic makeup, like where the planets and cosmic, beings were at where you were born. I mix up your natal chart and I apply those to your chakra centers. And I provide healing in those areas through readings, therapy sessions. I have different events that are geared towards you guys getting that edification. I also write books. I do vlogs and blogs. I have a book club. Essentially, our mission statement is we are providing the edification of all interdependence of all, entities of this universe, the last and the next. And we do that through different works of art, art therapy and motivational therapy techniques. So that's pretty much what I do in a nutshell. I write books. I got music out, positive affirmation music, juju music out. I have children's books out. I have a young adult horror story out, all providing like different, historical, information and stuff I like to incorporate in my books and in my music. In addition, that's also what I like to incorporate in my events. Like right now, I'm doing a Nobody's Bingo every first of the month, and it's like historical bingo, native tribe bingo, etc., etc. But yeah, and that's why I felt so compelled to tell a kid like, let's do this again this year because last year was so amazing. It was such a healing space. Such a healing space was created, and it was a lot deeper than we even anticipated. So like I really look forward to tomorrow and connecting with you guys and listening more in detail of what you have to share. And thank you guys for coming through to share. That's like really awesome.
Well, as you guys heard, Unika, she does like 1,000 things, and everything that she said that she does, she really does it. A lot of things she didn't mention. I think she
Right.
kind of short, right, Kiana? But she does
Yes, ma'am.
quite a few things, and she's very supportive of you guys. Once she meets you, and she connects with you, she supports whatever you do. That's one thing about her that I can truly say. She's a great supporter. Doesn't have to even physically know you in person, but just meet you virtually. She's gonna support you, and she's just that kind of person. And again, I want to thank you again for coming back on and being a part of collaborating, being a part of just every part of everything that you've done thus far with helping Kiana and I and Shantae with the event. So again, thank you a lot. How are you telling your presentation, Unika, to fit the audience?
In my mind space, the audience are naturally entrepreneurs that have some, type of
Excuse me,
interest
sis, one
in.
moment.
I'm sorry. Oh, but like the type of audience is, of course, a business owner that has some type of connection to their spirit, and how I tailor to that audience is, a lot of us, especially parents, we find ourselves juggling a lot of things. We're juggling, being a parent, being a child, especially if you have parents that, get sick or, rely on you for certain things, being a sibling, being a cousin, being a friend, an associate. It's a lot of hats we juggle before we even get to our business. And a lot of times we could be really hard on ourselves because we can forget that we wear so many hats throughout the day because we're only focused on one or two. And it's like, I didn't get enough done under those hats, so you feel like you didn't get anything done. And so how my presentation is tailored towards being easy on yourself, being at peace with yourself, especially prior to you even coming into business or before you even start your day into your business, because a lot of us leave our jobs to start a business, but we're leaving our jobs with the same, maybe insecure outlook on things. Still needing someone to tell you what to do and when to do it. Still, being hard on yourself, overstretching yourself, putting more on your plate than you can handle. Not knowing how to say no, create boundaries within your space. And if you're dealing with that issue in the workplace, when you go into entrepreneurship, you're still going to be dealing with those issues. And it's going to be even more strenuous now because a lot of us are juggling our business by ourselves. So you're going to be dealing it with your clients who already feel entitled to whatever. So it's, just being at peace with yourself, creating strong boundaries in your business and within yourself, being aware of your energy and how you act and interact in certain areas and spaces and places, because it's not going to change when you own this business. In fact, at this point, it's more important to be aware of it because you're going to be around so many more energies with your business than where you were when you had a job. So, I just want to, bring that peace to people, that, get overwhelmed in those spaces and places and feel like giving up or going backwards or things like that. You have to have a peace, because everything requires work. Whether you go back to work, stay unemployed, get a business, own 5 businesses, whatever. Everything requires work. So you have to ask yourself, what work are you willing to put in? And remind yourself that that's good enough, because that's what you want.
Thank you so much for that. Do any of you guys have any questions or any feedback on anything thus far? For Unika? No?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Right. That was right on time.
So Unika, last question. What is the audience going to take away from your presentation?
Definitely exercises, affirmations, ways to remind yourself throughout your work day, how you're compartmentalizing your work day, remembering to pat yourself on the back. Like, I may have not made as much inventory as I wanted to make, but I did get those marketing pieces done. Or I did do this, I did do that. Just exercises to pat yourself on the back throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, so that you can stay at peace with yourself through the ups and downs that are going on outside of you.
Oh, wow. I told you guys, see, all you ladies are just so dope in your own way. You see what I'm saying? And Unika, she's just so eccentric. So, Erykah Badu. So, that's our Erykah Badu up in here. What my incest said. Like,
Thank you.
And I think, again, each and every last one of you guys bring out like different things that people need. Jessica is very, very spiritual. And she's very encouraging when she speaks, as well as Kiana. Khadidra, like, she does a morning message. You think I don't notice? I notice. She does a morning message that's very encouraging, you know what I mean, to others. Shay, affirmation, she's really big into that. I'm big into that, as well as Unika. And again, I think this is why I know that we all came together for a reason. And you guys are going to be so instrumental in people's lives, more than what you probably think or probably know. I know this. I just know this. So again, Unika, thank you so much for coming on again and being a part. I can't wait for tomorrow to see what you got planned and what you're going to do. I know it's going to be exciting, you guys, because she always thinks outside the box. So it's going to be something very, very, very dope. And again, thank you so much, Unika. Thank you. So let's see here. Let's go in the right-hand corner. Speaking of affirmations, someone that does a daily affirmation every morning. And if she doesn't do one, I know that it has to be like something wrong. Like, something is wrong if she does not post her daily morning affirmation. Yeah. Kiana, we're going to go to you.
First of all, I'm gonna need you to change that mindset, because nothing be wrong. Sometimes I just since I'm not still good with like like scheduling my posts so later or the next day. And usually, again, it's all, how everything is divine, me. So it usually I end up getting a better affirmation later on when I can't post the original affirmation that I wanted to post that morning. So don't be thinking nothing wrong. Everything is fine. Just, life.
Okay, but I'm still
okay.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Okay, something ain't right then. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong, just something ain't right. Okay. So Kiana. Okay. So Kiana, you guys, also she's a co-host for the event as well, you guys. She started with me last year as well with the first event that we did. She, myself, and Jessica and Unika and Shantae, we did it last year. Again, it went really well. We had about 12 speakers last year as well, and it went really well. We did it virtually. Kiana, again, is very supportive, you guys, on whatever you're doing. So when you're sharing things on your platforms, you can best believe she's definitely going to like it and she's going to share it. I've never met Kiana in person. We've only met virtually, like this. When I started my podcast, it was just this one person. She was just like myself. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so supportive. I don't even know this lady. And hence Kiana, 2 years later, she and I, we're still connected in that way. We still support each other in every way. And I say that to say we're giving back to the community, but we're also building and networking together with each other. So again, if you guys have something that you're working on individually, please share that so that we can share that. Because that's why we're networking and collaborating together, is to build a sisterhood, to support each other. Not only just on business ventures, but just in life in general. Because everybody needs a person. The strongest person needs a person. I had to learn that myself. So I say all that to say, Kiana, she's the bomb.com as well. She's very dope. But I'll allow you to introduce yourself and let the audience as well as the other speakers know who you are and what you do, Kiana.
And before I even go into the spill about myself, I love you, just, always, because just how you said I support you, you have always supported me. Even when, when we tried to do this the first time, well, not try it, when we did do this the first time, I had just lost my mother and so much was going on. And being a part of this actually helped me heal a lot, because it allowed me to continue to hold on to something when I didn't even know if I wanted to hold on at all. So just being a part of this group, being connected with you and all that we've done together, and just even like you said, when you do feel like something wrong, you always give me that call. Hey, Key, you okay? Yes, I'm fine. And we have our times and talk. So I just wanted to tell you that as well, and thank you for allowing me to continue to be a part of this venture, because it has been amazing. It has been amazing.
Oh, I love you too. I love you too.
Okay, so a little about me. Technically my name is Kiana Danielle, but for I don't necessarily want to say stage purposes, but my persona out there is Kiana D. And that is my podcast name. And my podcast is called Mask Off, Crowns On. And I talk about holistic healing, and anxiety, depression, ways to cope, and really just, again, motivating people to continue to try their best, live their best, and know that they're loved, and that, everything is going well, even despite the very, very many contrast moments that we have in life. So that is, what I do in that avenue. And then also I am a confidence and mindfulness coach, because the more I've learned about just being in time and being in space and really soaking in every moment, is one of the main things that has allowed me to heal from different traumas of my own, and continue to see things in a positive outlook, see things, with a things are always going to get better mentality. So learning to just live in the moment. And with that being said, with the venture, with the oh, y'all help me. I'm sorry, I'm running off 3 hours of sleep, so please forgive me for all my stumblings. But anyway, how that contributes to the retreat is I'm going to be talking about how you can build confidence. And as Unika was just saying, building your confidence before you even build your business confidence, because without having that inner peace, without having that inner knowing that things are going well, being an entrepreneur can really drive you crazy. Between, like she said, the different demands from our family, friends, and still trying to uphold all of these hats and all of these different avenues that we have, and just learning how to be at peace, learning how to maintain your sense of grounding, maintain your sense of confidence within yourself, and then bringing that into your business. So I'm going to bring different tips, different tools on how you can maintain your own self-confidence as well as your business confidence, and how that can escalate your business and whatever venture that you're doing.
Well, thank you so much, Kiana, again, for being a part and coming on. I know you're going to have something dope and something that's really going to cater to self-care, that you're going to discuss and talk about. Again, thank you so much. I know you're tired because your hours are different. She's on Florida time, you guys. She's in a whole different time zone. So we're gonna keep it moving, so we won't stay here long, okay? So you can get you some rest. Okay, so you guys, again, thank Kiana. Does anyone have any questions, feedback from Kiana? No? Okay. Bianca got kicked out. She's trying to join back in. I just looked at her message. I'm so sorry. So she's probably going to join back in. We have 3 ladies left. So we'll go to the young lady in the orange up top. You. Shay came on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, you guys. She is, again, another dope young lady, another dope woman. She talks about mental health. She's a mental health advocate. The platform and what we're really doing, and as a whole, is really focused on mental health, because we're trying to prep people for their mental, as far as mental health, to be a better entrepreneur, or to just, get their mind wrapped around being an entrepreneur on different levels, according to you guys' expertises. And with that being said, she has her own platform where she focuses on mental health, and she's very transparent with those types of issues and topics to give back to the community and to also try to help others. So with that being said, welcome, Shay. Want you to also introduce yourself and let the audience, as well as the other speakers, know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of did an amazing job at introducing me, but I'll just tie the loose end. So as she mentioned, my name is Shay. I am from North Carolina. My area of expertise is mental health, self-care, self-love, and like many of the other ladies said, just being okay with being yourself. And so I am a podcast host as well. My podcast is called With Love Shay. Just like Jaleisha, I did it during the pandemic, struggling with a lot of different things within myself. I decided to bet on me, and I was very transparent with my struggles with mental health, specifically with depression and anxiety. I have been clinically diagnosed, and as a mental health professional, it's frowned upon. So I wanted people to understand that, yes, you can be in a profession. Yes, you can advocate for change, but you can also go through your own struggles. And so that is going to be my premise tomorrow. Understanding that if your mental health is not okay, then you as a person, as a business owner, as a woman can't be okay. And we're going to unmask and just go within and rework those self-doubts and, disturbing behaviors and just be our best selves.
Okay, Shay, I was trying to pay attention to your intro, but I have to pay attention to those arms. Khadidra, I'm quite sure you noticed that. Yeah. Do you work out too?
I do. I love to work out. So when I saw we had a fitness expert, I'm like, maybe she can get me even tighter. Yes. So
You're good already.
I mean,
yeah.
see
You
the
have this
Turner
long
arms
hair.
going.
I can still see them with even the long hair.
Right. She got the Tina Turner arms going. I'm sorry, I was trying to listen to the intro, but the arms, it was the arms for me. I don't know, for y'all, was it the arms?
It's the arms.
I'm sorry. Okay, Shay. Next question. How will you tailor your presentation to fit the audience?
Yeah, so you brought me on, which I'm very thankful. Thank you for the opportunity. You brought me on as the motivational speaker. So I will be coming in to do just that, allowing the ladies to understand, like I said, without first taking care of you, nothing else works. Your business, your family, you as an individual. So I am really going to talk to the women as individuals and hoping that we can motivate them to get through the rest of the summit.
And the last question, Shay, what is the audience going to take away from your presentation?
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think when we think of mental health, we always think serious, very script, it has to be this way. So I'm going to give a fresh perspective on what mental health is. And like one of our fellow speakers said, we may do some unmasking. So who knows?
Did you say unmasking? Kiana, she said unmask, and I think I heard.
Yes, ma'am, I heard it.
Okay. Well, again, Shay, thank you so much for coming on and being a part. I know that your presentation is going to be dope. You guys, she also does a lot of other different things. You can check her out on her social media platform. She does a lot of events herself as well. She's really big into affirmations as well. So again, check her out. She's really, really, really dope. I told her about the event and she did not hesitate about being a part of it, as well as Jalissa. With just doing an interview with you guys on my podcast. So again, thank both of you ladies for just jumping right in and not hesitating to be a part of this. Does anyone have any questions for Shay before we close out, Shay? Any feedback? No? Okay, so I don't know, Bianca, she's trying to rejoin. She's texting me now. Hopefully she'll join before we end here in just a minute. But to go to the next person, we go back a long way. We are from the same hometown. We grew up together. She's like my play cousin. So you guys, that's how far she and I go back. Not like my play cousin. She is my play cousin. You guys, her energy matches you guys' to the T. Like, as you can see, she's real upbeat, down to earth. Like, you guys are gonna just love her on tomorrow. She's big into fitness. She works out. Shay, she has Tina Turner legs. You have her arms. She has the legs, and the butt. So I will let her do her introduction. She's really dope. She's really for an African American woman. She's very she has a lot of education to share in reference to fitness and health, and which is very important for us as African American women as we age. And she has a lot of tools and nuggets to share with us. And she know how to also tell us how to get our butt big. So we need her. So without further ado, Dee, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Right.
Let us know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
So my name is Khadija Chris Burrell. I go by Katie Chris. I am a fitness trainer here. I'm based in Houston, Texas. I am originally from Mississippi. You're in Houston. Exactly. We're gonna
Me too. Oh my gosh.
right down the street.
Yeah.
I'm here. I do work out at LA Fitness. I also train my clients virtually and in my personal gym here. I'm so excited to be here. I've listened to all of your stories. I know I've only learned just a little bit of each one of you, but I love all of your personalities, and I cannot wait to take from all of you. Because when you start talking about mental health and spirituality and business and saving money, I'm with all of that, okay? So I'm ready to learn, just like I know all the people that are joining in and purchasing tickets. I know they're going to be excited as well. I'm based here basically in Houston. I help a lot of women. I don't have any male clients, which I would love to. I had men train with me before, and after the first session, they didn't come back. So I don't know what that means, but I do help my husband train. Of course, he loves working out with me because I help him build those legs. And that's probably why those men run away. They love doing upper body, but we're going to get that fixed. But I do have a lot of female clients currently, and I help them lose weight or gain, mostly muscle is what they want to gain. When they want to gain weight, they want to gain muscle mass. And when they want to lose, they always start with belly fat. But I'm here to, guide women and to let them, first of all, know that they're beautiful regardless, right? That's the first thing. So your foundation is already beautiful. God made you beautiful because he made you in his image. So you're already beautiful, right? And I know a lot of people want to make changes, but I always say people, they want to make changes out of motivation and inspiration or desperation. And I want to find a way to avoid the desperation. That's what I'm trying to avoid, because I know, especially in the South, we have a lot of obesity. There's nothing wrong with being a size 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, as long as you are healthy, right? And so that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to show, everyone that joins in how to work each individual body part. I'm going to show them my favorite exercises, and we're going to go into that. And yeah, so that's what I'm here for.
Well, as you guys can already see, she's dope. As I said, Jalissa and Jessica, she's right there in Texas with you guys, so you guys can connect at any time. I told you guys it's so crazy. And then Shay, Katie is actually in North Carolina. So, you know what I'm saying? You guys are all connected in some way. I say that to say that. The next question, how will you tailor your presentation to fit the audience?
So I know that a lot of people focus on particular body parts that they want to, lose or fix. I would, of course, cater to that and letting them know that you cannot spot reduce. So I would show them workouts that they can do to tailor around those areas, because you do want to focus on those areas more if that's what you're wanting to, to fix or, make better. But I will just, allow them a chance to realize that, you don't have to just lose that. You don't have to just fix that. You can fix everything. Nothing's perfect. None of us are perfect, right? And I would also, let them know, like, regardless of how much weight you lose or how much muscle you gain, you're still not going to be perfect. You still have to, accept those flaws, those stretch marks, those, cellulite. Look, cellulite, right? But you can smooth it out. You can make it look better. You can make it look better. Everything can get better. So I'm here to just show them that. And then also, I know we only have 15-minute segments. I won't have time to explain to them the math in regards of how you do the surplus and the deficit, but I will give them my information if they want to, provide their information, like their weight and things like that. So they'll know how much they need to eat on a daily basis in regards to their proteins and fats and carbs and things like that. They can, get that information from me. I can provide it to them. So that would be one of the services that I provide with them. Also, I'll provide them a free 30-minute session with me, virtually or in person, if that's something that they're interested in.
Isn't this just so dope to have a woman of color talking about exercising and talking about health and knowledgeable and knows what she's talking about? I just think that's just so dope, you guys. I told you, every last one of you guys dope, just in every way. Okay, Khadidra, last question. What is the audience going to take away from your presentation?
Well, they'll take away that you can start today. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till January. You don't have to wait till the new year. You can start at any time. And if you fail or you feel like you failed and you stop, you can start again. It's your own journey. It's your process. Nobody's rushing you. There's nothing to rush. It's just you be at peace with yourself and you know what you want to do and what you want out of this. And there's no rush. It's like they say, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? And so I want them to feel confident. And I also want to get rid of the shame of going into a gym. A lot of people don't want to go in the gym because, they feel insecure. They don't know how to use the equipment and things like that. Just, kind of build them up. A lot of people are really beginners. They did not play sports in junior high and high school, and they didn't, do outside activities. They may have been in the house playing video games, like a lot of teenagers that I know now, so they're not really comfortable with picking up weights. I was not comfortable with picking up weights, right? But I told you, it's the motivation, inspiration, or desperation. A lot of people might look at me and say, oh, well, and some of it is genetics. I won't front like it's not, but for me, it was more health. I ended up with a pinched nerve. I was having back-to-back constant panic attacks. I'm talking about throughout the day, panic attacks because I had a very stressful job. And then I also, start like having pains because of that pinched nerve. I couldn't use my left arm. A lot of people don't know these things, right? And so I was going to the chiropractor twice a week, and he said, well, I don't want you to lift weights. Don't start that. Just run and get your blood circulating. Well, I began to do that, but it didn't get rid of the pain. And then I started talking to personal trainers that I knew, Black men that were personal trainers. And they said, no, you need to pick up some weights, do some back exercises, do some squats, do 6 to 7 months of lifting weights and gradually just increasing weights. I forgot about the pinched nerve, right? And so when you know you're in chronic pain every day and how fitness brings you out of that, you want everybody to feel good. We all have our different struggles. Right. So I just want people to take away that you don't have to be stuck where you are, and it may not happen overnight, but time goes by so fast anyway.
Yeah.
Right? It goes by so fast. 1 year goes by just like that. And imagine just how different you can be within 1 year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
They'll have a good time. I'm not going to talk much. I'm more of a mover, not much of a talker. So I'm going to be moving. Mostly what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to spend that 5 minutes introducing and whatever, but the other is we're going to be doing about 2 exercises per body part because I really want them to understand that.
Woo.
You know.
And y'all, when y'all see her exercising, I think she's a whole dude. She make me tired. I can't. Go to her YouTube channel. You'll see it. I just watch her fashion videos. I watch those repeatedly because the exercises, yeah. But you said some very, very important things because I have fibromyalgia. And when you said chronic pain, that triggers.
I did not know that. You know what? Oh my God. You can ask my husband. He's right here. I swear to God. Because I have a chronic illness. I ain't gonna talk about it right now because that's beside the point. It's not a pain. It's just an annoyance. But it keeps me up every night. I'm struggling every day. But because of that, I've started to research because I felt like I was oblivious to other people who were dealing with pains in the world. Yeah. So I started researching things that us Black women that we have, lupus, MS, just all these different illnesses, and just studying and so when y'all start talking about spiritual journeys and therapy and all that's tied to it. Yep. It's all tied to it. I feel like a lot of it's from past trauma.
Oh yeah.
That we did not talk about, and we kept it in, and now we're feeling it physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Kiana can testify. That's exactly what it is. Jessica, Shay, you talked about this individually. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You got it. And that's why I can't wait for you to be able to share more about health and fitness on tomorrow. Because I'm also going to be taking notes for my own personal health. So I can't wait for you to share. And I'm so happy for you to be a part of this. Just as my childhood friend, and being able to share you and Sharika, you guys, you'll meet her tomorrow. She's also from my hometown. We grew up together as well. She's going to share a lot about helping women of color get their businesses started as well with getting certifications. She's certified in so many different areas, you guys, and she worked with people all over the United States. So you guys will love her as well. But again, Dee, thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for
having me.
Yeah. And bring your whole energy, which I know you will.
Oh, it's going to be on. Look. Oh, you know what? Oh, we're recording. I'll ask you.
She has a lot of energy, you guys. I'm telling you, it matches everyone's. But again, Dee, thank you, okay?
Oh, yes, thank you.
So we have one last speaker, you guys. This is my homegirl. She and I also have been friends, you guys, for, oh my gosh, almost 20 something years. I didn't even realize that long, Bianca. Bianca and I go way back. This is way back. Like way back. We just gonna say that, right, B? She's taking time out her schedule, you guys. She's getting her hair braided, as you see, but she's committed, which I love. She told me she got me, and she got me. She is very boisterous. I wanted to bring her on to be a part of some of you guys because she talks about things that some of us in our culture don't talk about, which is like politics and things of that nature. She is really educated in this area, you guys. When I tell you educated, she's overly educated in it. I mean, she's like the younger version of Rosa Parks. I'm just being honest. But without further ado, you guys, I want to let her introduce herself. But Bianca, thank you so much for being a part of this. I know tomorrow you're going to be so encouraging and motivating because that's just what you do as far as education and politics. So thank you so much, B, for taking time out today with getting your hair braided and doing this. That shows that you're committed and dedicated, and I appreciate it. So without further ado, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what you do, B.
Yes, thank you so much. And I do want to go off camera. I just didn't want to be super disrespectful and not let you all see my face. And so if you don't mind me being on camera with my hair being braided, I will stay on while I speak. I want to first say I appreciate each person that has I appreciate each person, each woman here and all that you all bring. And I just thank you, Kia, for bringing us together and for allowing me to be in this space. My name is Bianca Shaw. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm an equity and policy expert within our state. I own a business called Black Equity and Policy Institute, where we work for the political and social advancement of Black people, particularly in the state of Wisconsin, but throughout the state. In regards to the session that I'll be doing, I am the vice president of Wisconsin Women's Network, where we teach women how to take an idea and move it into legislation or into a bill. And so my session will be about the importance of advocacy, the importance of using our voice. I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of Black women that will be at this gathering. And the thing is that Black women, we are the most educated. We are the ones that turn people out for voting. We help to win elections. We have been doing that since the beginning. Since we've been able to vote, we've been doing that. And so I think I'm kind of moving into the second thing. That's enough on who I am, though. I explained to y'all who I am. I heard all the questions, so I was just going to run through them, Kia. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You guys see that time. She's very
I think I answered the first question right.
You see, she was ready to go into her speech mode. You see what I'm saying? She ready, y'all. She stay ready. You can go ahead, B. Go ahead into the next question. How will your presentation tailor to the audience?
Okay, yeah. So what I plan to do is to try to get some people to chime in about the issues that they care about. I think that most people don't understand that the issues that you care about is what you should be talking to your legislator about, or educating them on the issues. I heard folks speaking about nutrition, people speaking about entrepreneurship and human resources and things like that. And all of those things have a line item within every state budget. And so understanding that you are the expert, understanding that the information that you possess, your legislators need to know that, because they don't know everything and they can't do everything on their own. And so I plan to ask a few of the folks in the space what issues they care about, and tailor my presentation based upon those issues, and teach them how they can not only advocate on those issues, but provide education and awareness to their policymakers on the issues they care about.
Wow. Do you guys have any questions or feedback so far for Bianca?
Well, Bianca, so I worked for Representative Harold B. Dutton Jr. for a couple of years. I was his chief of staff, and I commend you, because that line of work is extremely stressful. I was in session 2017 and it broke me. And I gained like 20 pounds, which was another thing that made me fall more in love with fitness, because I had to lose that weight. So, and I saw a lot of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brown and Black women, and they were just so committed. A lot of people, if they're not in that world, they don't, we're out here, but it's a different world, right? When you're in politics, when you're actually living that day to day. So I really commend you. Take my hat off to you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And what I try to do is to teach people, because it is separate. You're right, it is separate, but it's really not separate. Right. I think, I identify as a Baptist Christian, and one saying they say is like, the coldest trick the devil ever pulled was making people believe he didn't exist. And the coldest trick the government ever pulled is making people believe that their vote and their voices don't count. And so when we don't go out to vote, when we don't go out to voice our opinions and make asks to our legislators, we not only leave money on the table, we leave like basically our lives on the table, because people are making decisions about your businesses, about your children's schools, about Amen. How much money you're gonna be paid. They're making decisions about everything, but because people don't do politics, we don't engage in the process, but it really don't work if we don't engage.
And, a lot of people I know I had a family member or two in prison, and we know they're mistreated every day. And a lot of people don't know that's who you contact to have them moved if they're being mistreated or abused and things like that. So you're right. Yeah.
You saying that my uncle was in a hole. It was years and years ago. And somehow he must have wrote home, or however. My grandmother wasn't able to get him out of the hole, but because he's a diabetic, she was able to get him a cot so that his levels wouldn't be, off the meters. And so the thing about it is that when people calling for unemployment, Department of Children and Families, Department of Transportation, wherever, you should be leaning on your legislators to make those phone calls for you, because they're going to get responses way quicker.
Way quicker.
When we had the unemployment stuff going on, it was months people were taking to get callbacks. But if you have a chief of staff or a legislative aid call, we're going to get a response within like the next 24
Oh
hours,
yeah,
48 hours.
we know, we got the book. We got the book.
Exactly.
The book of all
Exactly.
books.
So,
You're right.
right.
Wow. See, and Khadidra, I
And
forgot.
Milwaukee. Oh, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hello, that's where I'm from.
Yeah, I forgot that. And I forgot that you did that back a couple of years ago. I forgot all about that. So you see, we are
Where
connected
people
in some
from?
way.
Yeah.
Some way. And
Yeah.
I think that Bianca and Jalissa, you guys could definitely connect on some level with the things that you and I talked about separately. And the things that Bianca does, I think that you and she would be able to connect on so many different levels, as well as Bianca and Shay. We're all connected for some reason. I say that to say, you know what I mean? So Bianca, thank you again for that. And thank you for your feedback on that as well, Khadidra. Last question, and then we're going to close out for tonight, you guys. Bianca, what is the audience going to take away from your presentation?
I'm hoping that they take away the understanding that their voice, their vote, and their dollars all matter. And I'm hoping also to leave people feeling empowered to actually go and look up who represents them, because a lot of us don't know who represents us, even though we vote. Like you go and vote, but you really don't know like who is the judge in your district, who is the county board supervisor, who is the school board representative, who is your alder, who is your senator. It's important to know these things. So I'm hoping that I leave them with the know-how of how to look these things up for when they.
Well, again, Bianca, thank you so much for that. I told you guys she was Malcolm X's daughter or Rosa Parks' niece. I don't know which one, or maybe both, but she's very educated, you guys, in this arena, in this area of politics and education as well. She didn't touch much on education, but she's also experienced in that department as well. And I just say that to say, all you guys as women of color have something special, a purpose that's very needed for our community. And I want to thank you guys again for being a part of this summit, for taking time out of your busy schedules on a Saturday morning to do this with me. It means a lot. It is very appreciated. And the hope is exactly what Bianca said, is for people to leave empowered and motivated from the summit. And I hope that they do just so. If we don't have any other questions or any feedback from any of you ladies, then I think that'll be all for tonight. You can close out, get rested for tomorrow morning. For anyone that would like to purchase a ticket, they are available on Eventbrite. Again, the event is tomorrow, July 30th from 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will have the part 2 series September 10th at the same time. We'll discuss that more on tomorrow if you guys are interested in purchasing tickets for the part 2 series. But again, if you guys want to purchase tickets for tomorrow, you guys, the link will be available below this video in the description box, as well as on all of our social media platforms. Do you guys want to leave with a message? You guys want to leave with anything, or we're good? We're good. We're good. I mean, Jessica, she didn't move from the cactus to the car. I mean, what, Jessica? Which one is it? Which one? I got
get them tickets, man. Get them tickets.
I have to mess with her, y'all. I just have to mess with her. But again, thank you guys so much. With that being said, you guys, always remember, you are a bomb within your own shell, you guys. Peace, love, and light. Until tomorrow, have a good night, you guys. Thank you all. Peace.
Have a good night, everybody.
Everybody be safe.
Safe.
Talk tomorrow.